So I have this theory about becoming famous that basically if you want to be famous, then
Okay, I have to do a part two about this because this has come up so often this week. Something that's really common for artists, creatives, and influencers, and even creative entrepreneurs is that they're actually pretty successful. And they're actually pretty comfortable being successful and have had shown an aptitude for certain skills and, sensibilities since they were a young age. And something that I hear really commonly is that that has actually isolated them. Maybe you had a sibling who you felt like you were outshining and your parents didn't want to make your sibling feel bad. And so instead, they just didn't celebrate your win. Little things like that have taught you that it's not safe for you to shine. And yet you inherently do. And this is not new information, that a lot of us have learned that our value and our worthiness comes from how much we achieve. But what I found is that one of the biggest blocks to creating massive amounts of fame is that you're more comfortable being admired than you are being loved. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be the case in your intimate relationships, but one of the biggest blocks to creating massive amounts of following, massive amounts of fame, is that you're showing up subconsciously putting yourself or others on a pedestal, which leads to a lack of intimacy with your audience. Now, again, you might not be doing this in your day-to-day life. Our brains are just looking to play safe. And what you have learned in your past, early childhood or whenever it was, that you being yourself, you shining, you being authentic is not safe unless you are being admired. So if you're a person whose life would benefit from you having a large platform, and maybe more importantly, if you're a good person who wants to make a massive impact in the world and you know that you were meant for becoming famous, like you're just one of those people that's always known that there's a part of you that is meant to do something big in this world, but your success is kind of plateaued or you can't quite seem how to make that big leap into fame, you have to learn how to feel safe being seen and loved by massive amounts of people. We do this by rewiring your brain and hacking your nervous system, creating actual safety in your body so that you feel safe putting yourself out there in real, authentic, and vulnerable ways, which is something that your primal brain is not used to doing and does not want to do. So while, yes, you may have a desire for fame, your primitive instincts are going to sabotage you at every step of the way. Because some people, this looks like the actual, classic signs of self-sabotage. But if you're a person who does take a lot of action, you do make things happen, probably just showing up like you're more comfortable being admired than you are being loved. I have a bunch of free resources for this in my bio, but ask me what questions you have and I'll try to answer as many as I can.